Since I became an adult, I've been building my life following the template created by society that gives you good, perfect, and amazing life. The template that is promising you ultimate security and feeling of safety in this big, scary world. The template that is designed to fit 7.6 billion people's lifestyles and fit for everyone. What am I talking about? What is the template? Well, it is a program that goes like this. You need to go to school to get a very good education so you can get a good job. Then you work really hard, build a career. At some point in your life, you should meet your sweetheart and get married. Buy a house, make babies, raise babies. Occasionally, go to Disneyland or vacation in Cancun, and then retire. This program comes with a fine print that includes your agreement to follow the rules. Congratulations! You just clicked, I agree to 30-year time period to pay off your student debt and loans and mortgage. On average, spending 15 hours a week sitting in a traffic to pursue your career. A very high possibility of hating your boss because he puts so much pressure on you to meet the deadlines and asks you to be even more productive that leads you to heavy drinking on the weekends. And only liberation you find is in happy hours or white lines of substance. In November 2003, I moved to the United States. I was 24. I didn't speak English. I knew maybe 10 words. Barely knew how to drive a car. Had a very faint idea how to use a computer and didn't know much about the culture. Please pause and appreciate your gadgets, your smartphones that you're using right now, your computers and laptops, that they provide you with vast of information, with GPS and music and communication with your friends and family. That you can take pictures or videos just like that. That you can find all the information that's going on in the world in a time of like a couple seconds. Using your gadgets, you can call your friends, you can lock your doors, you can book your plane ticket, or you can watch your babies. In 2003, I didn't have a smartphone, so I had to survive following my instincts, my inner guidance, listening to my heart and my intuition, until I learned the language and was able to communicate again. Until then, I felt stupid, I felt judged, I felt not understood, and I felt like I'm not good enough. I felt like I'm not worthy just because I don't speak the language. Let me ask you, how many of you feel the same way and you do speak the language? Just think about it. A few months later, in 2003, I started going to school and I learned English. I really had to push myself because I wanted to communicate. I learned how to drive a car. I was living in Detroit, I had to. I figured out how to use the computer because that was very, very important part to continue in school. Then I moved from Detroit to Chicago, and I'm sure I don't have to explain why. And sorry, Michigan, the rest of the state is beautiful. Looking for the promised security, I got not one, but 2 bachelor degrees, one in psychology and one in business. At that time, someone told me that I could be a very good businesswoman. So I just got in debt by getting student loans, kind of following the template, so I can wear a badge of a career woman. I got a 9-to-5 job, still following the template, hated my boss, and was heavily drinking on the weekends, binge watching Netflix. It took me a couple of years to realize that something is just off. Something is just not right. Till this thought popped in my head. Is this really it to this life? Is this how it's supposed to be? Living in misery and getting fat. So after 30 years, you can retire and then start living your life? What the fuck is that? After 11 years and living in Chicago, I quit my job. I sold all of my shit, packed my car, put my cat in the back seat, and drove across the country to California, hoping to find the happiness over here. I didn't realize at that time that by moving from place to place, by changing jobs, buying more things, or getting higher education, or a career job, or living in a high-rise apartment, it will give me what I was looking for. I truly believe that getting all these things on the outside will give me a feeling that I am good enough, that I'm worthy. I never gave myself a credit for being good enough. In my mind, I was never good enough. So when I moved to California, I was still drinking a lot during the weekend and the weekends. The more I drank, the more I felt lost. It took me another 3 jobs, 1 more relationship, at least 4 cases of wine, 20 wasted, drunk, embarrassing nights, sometimes even not remembering people's names and waking up in their houses, and topping everything up with getting shit-faced at my own Christmas party and passing out on a couch while people were still there. To ask myself the question again, who the fuck am I? And what am I doing on this planet? I had to sit down and have a very serious conversation with myself. I had to become very, very honest and open with myself. I had to tear the layers off to the core to realize that I am the biggest judge of myself. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know whose standards I was following, who and what I was trying to prove. I was very lost. I was judging myself so much that I could not live this life anymore. I was such a big critic of myself. I truly believed that I was a piece of shit loser, that I'm never gonna achieve anything in my life, that I'm never gonna have a great, meaningful job and always will stay broke, that I'm never gonna be able to maintain relationships and will die alone, that I should feel ashamed of looking at my bank account, but then feel pity for myself and using that one as a reason to go to the bar and jam out my credit cards, looking for an emotional fix. Only in the morning waking up and feeling like a piece of shit, eaten away by the guilt, eaten away by the guilt, eaten. Some days I was able to silence the worry in me and actually feel good. Until the next bloody crusade of guilt and blame that was occupying my dark mind, that was excellent in self-destruction, letting my ego climb up to the top and roar in victory. Oh, I was so exhausted. That one day when I hit the bottom, I stopped fighting back and gave up. Last punch in the face, and I was laying down flat, shattered in little pieces. feeling no emotions, no feelings, and time stopped. And I was completely empty. I lost my identity. I was an empty space. I was nothing. And then I felt this gentle touch where my heart is. I felt this bright, shiny, glittery light filling up my whole body piece by piece. And then I felt hope. And then I felt compassion for myself. And then I felt love. The fuzzy, juicy, delicious love. And then I felt home. The sweet joy of being home again. I've been sober for 5 months now. First time in 27 years. And really loving life. Thank you.